So the next currency pair that we would be looking at is EurJpy, which is one of my favorite pairs to trade. As you can see, always making me money. So I love trading EurJpy so much. I love it a lot. For example, this is probably still one of my favorite trades up to date. This particular trade that made me 290 pips on dots. Like, I so much love this trade because it was very spot on from the entry to the exit. Over here as well, you can see very spot on a sniper entry, only that this particular one did not hit my full target. Instead, it made me in just a little over 150 pips right after I had this sell position over here that made me 59 pips. And then there's also this one over here, these sales that almost stopped me out, but eventually returned into profit, which I had to close manually once I noticed that price was beginning to move a certain type of way that I wasn't comfortable with. Well, anyways, we're not here to talk about the past, we're here to prepare for the future. So I'm just going to go right ahead and clean up my chart so that we can analyze for this. As always, we'll be starting our analysis from the weekly time frame so that we can build up confluence from there. We can see that price is pretty much on a very strong bullish momentum. It's on a very strong bullish momentum. It's a strong uptrend, and we can also see that price has constantly been rejecting around this area, right? Price has constantly been reacting a lot around that area, so it's worthy of being marked out, which is exactly why I did it. And looking from the left hand side, we can see that price kind of formed a bit of a resistance area around here, and which going forward into the present, we can see that it acted as support over here and pretty much over here, only that price missed it by a bit. So I'm pretty much going to draw that over there, and then that's pretty much all that I can see on the weekly time frame right now. Here, there's not a lot of things happening other than there's not a lot of things happening pretty much on the weekly time frame other than this, a lot of weak movements, in a lot of weeks, which to me is which can be signaling some sort of bullish exhaustion in this particular market. There's just so much weak to the upside, very few weak to the downside. You can just see from only here and here and here. Now I'm talking about looking at from this point of view, from this point towards this area is where I'm looking at right now. There's so much weak to the upside compared to the downside. All right, now the next thing I can pretty much notice is that over here price formed this higher low and then created this higher high over here and then created another higher low at this point. But zooming in closer, you would see that price has pretty much struggled to create a higher high to create an higher high, which is above of this high. It's just been rejecting a lot around this area. So I'm going to go on ahead and mark that area out, and that's all I can see from the weekly time frame, which is pretty much a lot already. We're just going to go with the flow, and as a way of doing that, we're going to flow back down to the daily time frame so that we can see things from a clearer point of view. Right now, looking at what I can see on my chart right now, I can see a lot of bearish presence in this market over here. Very big bear candles to the downside, very big ones with little wicks, which would explain why we had so much tweak at the upside on the weekly time frame. Right, there's so much bearish presence in this market as of now. Look at it over here, a lot, and there's just so much, and we can almost draw a downtrend on this right now. We have this higher low, what's it called now? We have this higher low and lower low. We have this lower low. This higher low did not create a lower low. Instead, we had this pretty much. Anyways, all of those were kind of like rough drawings of what I can notice, not what particularly is, right? Now, zooming in into the present, we can see that price is kind of trading around this around this place that we can regard as our supply or resistance area, right? We can see price reacting to this spot that we pretty much found on the weekly time frame, right? We can see price reacting to that area and closed. It closed last week with this rejection candle towards the downside, which may be indicating a possible bearish reversal. At the end of the day, it's not all about what you call it. It's about the understanding that you have and how you are able to convert that understanding to making money. I'm not very big on gems. I am a lot bigger on understanding what you're doing and being able to use that understanding to make you money. It doesn't matter what you call it. If you like, call it supply. If you like, call it resistance. If you like, call it demand. If you like, call it support. Whatever it is that you call it, make sure it makes you money. Because if you call it the most fanciest things and it doesn't make you money, what exactly is the point of it, right? So now, going back to our analysis, I can see that there is a lot of bearish presence on this chart, and personally, I would be a lot more interested to seeing how price will react to this area over here and over here. Because looking at this particular candlestick, it is pretty much a possibility that we will see price coming to retest this area, right? And maybe it's going to reject, maybe it's going to break below it. We don't know yet. But now, if it does break below it, it then means that we can possibly see price coming to retest this area at around 138.6, 38.54 thereabouts, before we can see some other things maybe break below here again and then continue to retest this trend line, or maybe not. Like I always say, we are not in the business of predicting the market. Now, all of that taken out of the way, let's move to the 4-hour time frame to see maybe there will be something for us over there, right? So now on the 4-hour time frame, we can also see this very massive, very, very massive bearish candle. Very massive. It's a lot. It's so big. Let's see how many pips that was. Let's see. That was 444 pips in just 4 hours. One candle, just one candle. That was massive. That was very, very massive. So obviously, it's indicating. Now, from the look of things, it seemed to me as though price would like to, return to this area over here before it may continue to rally towards the upside, or price is going to break below this support area over there and become our supply area, and then we can see a retest before it continues on its journey towards the downside around this area at 138.5 area. Now, as a recap, I said that we may see price return towards this area and then maybe bounce off of it to continue its bull run, or it may break below here and then we can see a sell-off towards 138.5 area. Now, if that doesn't happen, right, let's say at market open, price, breaks up above this area, we can then look forward to a retest of this area, and then we can continue to see a ride towards the moon. Anyways, we're going to wait for the market to open, let it do its thing, and then we're going to follow along with what the market is doing. For you to get live updates on this particular setup, I strongly recommend that you join the Telegram community, where I will be sending live updates as the market progresses. This week on EurNzd, on the weekly time frame, we can see how price was previously moving in this very nice downtrend until price broke up above it at this area, right? We can see how price was moving in this downtrend until price broke up above it here, and then with this came back to retest with this over here, and eventually bounced off of it very strongly with this bullish engulfing bar towards the upside, and Also, I would like to, mark out this area of supply or resistance, however you prefer. And I would like to, pay attention to this area as well. I could have either decided to put my zone here or even here, but then this is the weekly time frame, right? I'm not looking out for a swing setup. That's why I'm focusing more on what's going on right now instead of on those areas. And also, I would like to, point out this area, right? We can also see a bit of, price action going on around there, but I would not want to mark it out as a zone. Moving on to the daily time frame, this is what I can see going on the daily time frame. I can see how price is moving in an uptrend, just like I indicated earlier on with that trend reversal from the downtrend that was previously going on. So this is more like a second confluence or second bullish confirmation, right? However, we can see how price has failed to clear out these previous highs, over here to create an higher high, around this area, area over here. And also we can see, based on price action, right, how price, closed with this indecision candle over here, and then the following candle was a very clear engulfing bear candle, which appears to me as though price is looking to, come back to clear some liquidity around this area, to grab some liquidity, or even maybe towards this area before maybe continue on its path towards the upside, or maybe not. Moving on to the 4-hour time frame, right? I suspect that we are going to find some sort of range over there. So on the 4-hour time frame, this is what I can see right now. Pretty much looks to me as though we have a bit of a consolidation around this area, right? We have a bit of a range going on around there. Not range well. It's just, price consolidation, price ranging around a particular price point, right? Not creating higher highs or higher lows. It's just stuck in between this area right here, from here to here. So moving forward, I would, be looking forward to see price breaking below this area. And then we can see a retest before it continues on its journey towards here. Now, I am not choosing, and if that doesn't happen, then we can see price break above this, supply area and clear out the previous high and create another higher high. Those are the two possible scenarios that I see right now on the 4-hour time frame. So on the 1-hour time frame, this is what I can see as well. No clear trend around here, just price stuck in this range over here. Price still stuck in this range. Same bias, we're looking forward to, price, breaking below here, and we may take the retest and take a short position towards this area around 1.7 area, which is a psychological area for me and is a very strong area of interest in my opinion. So I'll be looking forward to price breaking below this area, and then I can take the retest, and also based on price action as well, I'll be looking forward to take a sell towards the downside. And if price doesn't move that way, then I'll be looking forward to price breaking above this daily supply area to clear the previous high, and then we can take the retest to the next higher high, right? Now, if you've enjoyed this analysis so far, please leave a like. Please go on ahead and hit the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow the channel to about 100 subscribers before the end of this month, before the end of the month of April. So kindly go on ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button so that others can benefit from the same things that you just benefited from, so that we can reach a lot more people. Also, don't forget to join the Telegram channel so that you can be aware when I send live updates on all of these setups that I just analyzed when the market opens. Right now, it's the weekend and the market is closed. I basically just recorded this so that I can put it out before the market open to get everybody prepared on what's likely going to happen this week going forward. That's been it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.